So this is the Nillkin Cube Pocket Keyboard, and this is the deep sea blue version. I have to say the packaging looks very nice. I'm really excited to use it. And I just want to say this is going to be such a nice pairing with my iPad Air M3. I'm going to be able to travel with this, remote in with Jump Desktop into my Mac Mini right over there, for example. I got the little Mac Mini. And then if I need to triage something, like maybe make a quick video edit, or if I need to fix a bug in one of my applications, I can use it with this keyboard. Now, the trackpad is something that I'm really looking forward to. One of the downsides with this Smart Folio keyboard, which I got for it originally, was that I felt like I really need a trackpad. So this one doesn't have it, and I have to carry a separate mouse, and that adds a lot of weight. And I don't want that Smart Folio keyboard. It just kind of takes up too much bulk. I want to be able to use my tablet as a media consumption device. And then if I need to be productive, I will switch to this and have a 2-in-1. So one of the key criteria that I'm looking for when traveling is something ultra lightweight, small, compact, doesn't take a lot of space in the luggage, because these days airlines are becoming more and more tyrannical when it comes to the size and weight of your personal item and carry-on. So with that in mind, let's unbox it and let's do my first initial impression, which I'm generally really excited about. Wow, this is so far such a nice unboxing experience, very pleasant. Whoa, my goodness. Now this feels like very premium. Oh my goodness, okay. What do we got here? So we got a carrying case, very nice here. Keep that to the side. Got some user manual, which we'll read because there's some special functionality. Gel packet as usual. And the accessory box, ooh, what's in here? A little bonus. Okay, just a USB-C charger. Thank God it's not micro USB. All right, moment of truth. It feels like an Apple product based on how nicely this is packaged. Oh yeah, wow. All right. Okay, first impressions. Oh my goodness. Wow. This feels so premium, like that folding mechanism. Super lightweight. Man, it kind of has like a rubber texture to it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's peel this off. All right, first impressions, here we go. Oh yeah. This feels like a Mac keyboard. It just feels so like, oh, okay, we got a big control key. I'm a big fan of that because I do use this a lot. I like that there's 4 modifier keys, thank goodness. It's more in line with what Mac offers. Command, Option. I like that it's Mac centric first, that's really nice. You got your up and down keys, you know, great for programming and stuff like that. Escape, tilde. You got your function key here. And you got the nice trackpad, and it acts as a numpad. Oh, I'm so excited to try this out. USB-C charging right here. This feels like a premium device. So the weight of this keyboard is 280 grams. Now I see on their website it's 270 grams, so there might be a slight variance with my scale. It might be incorrect. All right, so to power on the device, you just flip this switch to on. You can see that it's blinking Bluetooth 1, and I should be able to see it shortly on here. So function C is pairing mode. And then you can see the Cube Pocket Keyboard 1. All right, let's plug it in. Pair. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my goodness. We got a trackpad here. Let's go Command Tab. Let's do a quick test. This is a test. Oh my goodness. The typing experience. Oh, it feels so good. I feel so bad buying the Smart Folio keyboard. I wish I got this earlier. Yeah, the Smart Folio keyboard just pales in comparison to, okay, anyway, let's go to Chrome. Yeah, back key, everything feels normal. There's no weird Command L and type monkey type, hit enter. All right, and now, oh yeah, you got the shift, the massive shift over there, so you can alternate. This is perfect for a typist in a long ear that is given. Oh my goodness, guys. This keyboard just feels like the Mac keyboard. I mean, this is all you really need. And I feel like such a fool for having purchased that Smart Folio keyboard. Because so this is obviously a review, and they sent it to me. Oh man, if I got this keyboard, there was shipping delays because of the weather in Ontario, but if I got this keyboard first, I would not have looked for anything else. Like this was just a temporary measure in case this keyboard wasn't going to arrive in time. It just feels so good to type on. Like I don't know, it just feels like a MacBook. Like let's look at this MacBook here. So I'm gonna be typing here. This is a test. And then I go here, open up Keep. This is a test. This is a test. Yeah, they just feel very similar. Yeah, and the overlay, almost like a one-to-one map. Okay, you can see the controls a little bit smaller here, but it's almost one-to-one. So if you're used to typing on a MacBook, which I love this keyboard, by the way, this is a really good. And you got the trackpad too, which is the cherry on top of all this. Unbelievable. Really good value. I mean, when I looked at the retail price of this, I just couldn't believe. And it just folds up nice and small, compact. Let's go to Jump Desktop. Jump, hit enter. And let's go into my Mac Mini. And this is where the real power comes in. So I'm in, and I'm gonna just Alt-Tab. Let's say I wanna go doc.new. And yeah, we basically have a whole Apple experience here. This is like I have my own computer set up at home. Okay, so let's try the trackpad here. So like, this is amazing. So you click on it. That's really smooth. Like, click on here. Yeah, sometimes you gotta reach for the mouse. I try not to reach for the mouse. I like to use this shortcut combination, Control Command F, and then I can do things like, I don't know, close this, LC, close that tab. Just a quick typing test here. Very good. So one of the things I want to say is you don't need to bring a wrist pad. Otherwise, it'd be so bulky and heavy. Obviously, because this is such a slim profile, it feels very comfortable to put your hands flat on here and just type away. All right, so let's go over some basic commands. So you can hold the function key and you can toggle between touchpad or mouse track mode. So function command, you can see the little icon over here. And this means right now I'm in touchpad mode. So what's really great is I can click, double click, select all, things like you would typically have. And then you have your gestures, which we'll get to later. And then if I want to quickly alternate, I can just hit same thing, function. And now I have a touchpad, so I can do like 5 times 5, for example. So that's how you quickly toggle between the two modes. Now, if you want to see your battery, you hold function and you press this thing here. So this is the other command on the right side. There's a battery indicator, and you can see that it's blinking green, which means it's pretty much full. You also have other functions like numlock. So over here is numlock. If you hold down function R, you can factory reset it for 3 seconds. If you want to turn off the trackpad completely, you can press this and then nothing will happen, and then turn it back on. It's back on, switch back to the mouse mode. Now we have this thing called the function lock key. So what you can do is you can lock the function key. So now you can see, let me just clear out my text. 1, 2, 3. Now if I go function and hit the lock key over here, now you can see that it is locked to use the secondary. So this is for brightness. This is like spotlight search, which is pretty amazing. You can go to home screen and you have all these other ones. So you have mute the Mac, increase the volume, decrease the volume. Now, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't need those secondary layers. I just would rather have, let's say, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can hit function and then lock again. Now in this mode, we have F1 to F12 being triggered. So right now I don't have any functionality. And then you press it again, function tab, and now we're back in the default state. So your typical numbers will be, now you can just hold the function key and trigger the commands. All right, so let's talk about the gestures. So obviously you can tap here, double tap to select all the text. For example, this is obviously cursor drag. You can do things like drag and drop, which I don't have right here, but you can just, it's intuitive, just like you would have on a MacBook. Now you can have 2-finger swipe to go up and down. So I can have my swipe. This feels really smooth. I really like that. That is fantastic. Select some text, triple tap to select all the text. Now you have gestures to swipe from left to right. I'm using 2 fingers here. So swipe left, right. 2-finger tap is to right click, for example, but we don't have that functionality. Let's go back to Jump Desktop. You have pinch to zoom as well, 2 fingers, and you swipe in and out. Now, I just want to say these gestures are right now only for the iPad. There are more functionality, for example, for Android and Windows, but in this case, I'm going to focus on iOS. So 3-finger swipe up, you go to the home screen. In an Android tablet or phone or Windows, it would be 3-finger swipe down to do that. So for iPad OS, let's say I want to go to the task switcher, I go up like that, just hold it. So you 3-finger swipe up and you hold it. And then if you want to switch between left and right, the active windows, 3 fingers. So it's really fast multitasking. And of course, if you want to switch between 3 different Bluetooth devices, you can hold function and go BT1, BT2, BT3. In this case, I'm on BT1. Now, one thing I notice is that it automatically connects when in sleep mode. So let's say my iPad or Mac OS or computer is in sleep mode. If I hit a key, it opens up very quickly, which is very nice. So you don't have to worry too much about having to repair it. It's a rather seamless experience. So everything's great with this keyboard. The only thing that I wish it could do is, instead of having to click this, which can be a little bit loud, I wish I could just tap it to activate the single click. So I've been looking for a solution. I want to go travel with my iPad and use this application called Jump Desktop so I can remote into my Mac Mini. And I just needed something that was really small, slim. This is like less than 12 millimeters and weighs only about less than 280 grams. And this was definitely the solution here. I just love the fact that it folds out so nicely and it offers not only a keyboard, which most Bluetooth keyboards, travel Bluetooth keyboards only just support a keyboard, but it has a trackpad, and the trackpad has swipe gestures for iPad OS and all that stuff. So it really does feel like a premium experience. And what I like about this keyboard is that it maintains a typical 63 compact keyboard layout that you would typically get on a MacBook. So it feels very familiar as a MacBook user. I like that there's 4 modifier keys here, the typing experience, the key travel, it all feels very good. And I can type very fast. It's as if I'm using my MacBook at home. So this is charged by USB-C and it has a 140 milliamp battery, which translates to about 10 hours of continuous typing. And trust me, I'm not gonna be typing for 10 hours on vacation. So this should last me many weeks. And what's really great about this is it has a 10 standby mode. It goes to sleep after 10 minutes of inactivity. And what I've noticed is that it wakes up the device really fast from my sleep. So it's a very seamless experience when paired with your iPad, Mac Mini, Windows, Android tablet, or any other computing device that you have that handles Bluetooth. Now, this is a great all-in-one device. You can even use this at home and pair it with 3 different devices, up to 3 different devices. And it just folds away so nicely. This feel of it, this like the kind of like a soft leather, organic silicone feel to it. It just feels very nice. And I have to say, it looks very professional. So this is definitely recommended. I'll leave a link in the description. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments about this keyboard, please let me know and I'll see you in the next video.